Hello y'all, this is Medieval Kingdoms Total War 1212 AD, a Middle Ages mod for Total War Attila. What you're watching is part 1 of my Kingdom of England playthrough. At the start of each part of this series, there will be a recap for the major events that occurred in the previous video. Some backstory on the Kingdom of England during this time period. The ruling family, the House of Plantagenet, is quite close to losing the Angevin Empire, historically speaking, and the Magna Carta will be signed in 1215 AD, which is only 3 years from the start point of this mod. Also, there was a brutal civil war less than 100 years ago called the Anarchy. As for the special attributes of the English faction, we automatically have more unit experience for bow unit recruits. Animal husbandry buildings provide us with more money. We get +2 public order from political reforms. And our generals all have -1 loyalty, so they may be prone to rebellion. Okay, here we are in the campaign. And we have London, Nottingham, Colchester, York, and where is it? Bristol. Any other places in England? Yeah, we are the Kingdom of England, and that's all the settlements we have there. Regions, I think they're called. Yeah, we have all those places. And then, because we're the Angevin Empire, we have Bordeaux, which is in Aquitaine. And we are Catholic. Besides that, let's go to our... Oh no, governors. We gotta get governors and whatnot. Let's get people who aren't going to try and kill us, because since we're playing as England, we have a issue where a lot of our nobles aren't very loyal, and that could lead to potential civil wars down the line. So we need to try and have loyal governors who won't rebel against England. So let's get Nicholas in Aquitaine. Put him in Aquitaine, there you go. And Folk in Essex. Who else? We need offices. Who goes in what office? Who will go there? A provost, we need one of them. Herbert, provost. John, nobody. Eustace, provost. Nicholas, nobody. Okay, that's all we can really do with these guys right now. But also, we have 2 allies, and they are the County of Flanders and the Holy Roman Empire. The Holy Roman Empire and the County of Flanders are our military allies. That's all we got at the moment. As for trade partners, we have the Kingdom of Connaught in Ireland. I don't know where these countries are. I think one of these are Portugal, Aragon, Navarre. Not France. At the very least, we're not trading with France at the start. And in London, let's build something. Let's build a... What can we build? Build a settlement. Should we do that? Yeah, let's build that. Represented. Leave me alone, advisor, please. Colchester, what can we build? I don't know. Let's move this army south, though. The Lights of Absolution. And maybe merge with this big army here. Can we do that? Okay, I should have turned off advisor info before I started, but we'll deal with it as we go. Actually, don't merge troops. We'll just have 2 armies. And we'll start moving them probably to Aquitaine. Yes, multi-turn moves. Okay. We're going to move all of our troops to Aquitaine. This is where they're all going to go. They're all going to be going to Aquitaine. Or if France tries something, we'll fight them. What else can we do? Technology, yeah, technology. Let's do civic and do city charters. Let's do city charters. That'll be fine. And let's intern. I think that's about everything we can do right now. Because we don't have much in the treasury right now. And what can we do in Aquitaine? Anything? Let's raise an army, actually. Can we do that? Yes, let's get John, who is a member of the Angevin dynasty. The Plantagenet dynasty, to probably be more accurate. So at least have an army in France. And what can you recruit? Basic units. Let's get some spearmen and some billmen. More spearmen. And that's all I can have for now. Spearmen, billmen, edict in Essex. What kind of edict? What do we want? Construct rural way houses for money reasons. Growth, wealth, yeah, that's a good idea. What other edicts do we have? Aquitaine. Okay, Aquitaine. Do the same there as we did in Essex. And we can get one more governor, I think. But we need somebody loyal. Who can we get? Let's get William to be a governor of Mercia. You can do that. And John goes to Northumbria. And Robert. None of these guys are very good. Yeah, William and Robert here are not very loyal. If you can check by their loyalty stats. They may rebel, and we don't want that to happen. So we're going to do some edicts real quick. What can we do? Not Bristol. Nottingham. That's Mercia, so construct rural way houses. And in York, which is Northumbria, construct rural way houses there too. And in turn, you may still assign a provincial governor. I don't want to do that right now. Leave me alone, please. Ignore that. I don't want a disloyal governor. Not at this stage of the game. Non-aggression pact offer from the county of Toulouse, and that's south of Aquitaine. Let's say yes, because why not? They just sort of exist. They're not going to be somebody we're going to expand into anyway, so why not? No other big news, I guess. Any kind of diplomacy anyway. Wavering loyalty. That's not good. The fate of the adjutant. Whispers have alerted the king that the nobles are conspiring, thinking him weak. The king of England must prove his worth and return prestige to the English crown. France has inflicted great defeats on the adjutant dynasty in recent years. Returning the favor would quell these rebels, if only momentarily. To arms, war is declared on France. Office is secured. Yeah, we're going to fight France now. This army we had near Rouen, that's Normandy, they're going to land and fight. And this other army is going to go down south and do the same. We are not getting much money per turn, so we got to be careful with what we do. Don't tell me, advisor, please. What else? Papal standing, that's something we should keep a track of. War weariness, power weak. Yeah, well, that's not surprising. We just started. And in Bordeaux, let's just train some troops. Spearmen. Actually, no, let's get some bowmen. And that's not going to be a very strong army, but at least will be something to defend Bordeaux with. In case the French try to attack it. Because we're going to be busy fighting for Normandy. With our main army. Provincial governor, can we get a loyal guy this time? Please. Yes, Hubert. You're going to Sussex. Our Sussex guy. I'm not saying the word. John. Who can we put in these positions? Nobody. Okay. Let's edict in Sussex. What can we do? Empower local ruler. We'll do that. Actually, no. Construct rural way houses. We'll do that. And in turn, no governor. Don't want no disloyal people. France is moving into Bordeaux. You are... Wait, what? The Holy Roman Empire is calling us to war. They're fighting the Kingdom of Sicily. Let's enter the war. We'll just be there as an ally on paper. We aren't going to really do anything with Sicily. Besides, we're busy with France. How could we get to Sicily, really? This mod has a lot of factions. And that is very impressive, in my opinion. The amount of factions medieval kingdoms has. Trade agreement, blah, blah, blah. Robert is disloyal. He's wavering and loyalty. Reconquest of Normandy. We have 4 turns to own the region of Rouen. And we gotta get the reconquest of Normandy. Our reward for capturing Normandy, will we get a trait that would last for 20 turns, and something else, but we'll do that. Let's put that city under siege.
The longer a settlement is under siege, the worse its physical condition becomes, making
Let's
it
build
easier
stuff.
for the attacker to penetrate the defense.
Let's land more troops
This
and back
also
that army
means
up.
that the state of a besieged settlement will be reflected in the condition of
Siege escalation, blah, blah, blah. We're going to have 2 armies taking on Rouen. And Bordeaux will be under threat from a possible enemy army. So we're going to be sure to defend the city with what we have down there. We're going to have spearmen, some billmen, and that's all we got in case the French show up. The legacy of Rome. The French army, the legacy of Rome. Okay, they're going to come in and attack Bordeaux probably. We got a member of the Angevin dynasty guarding that place. And let's hope he doesn't die. I think that's the king, actually. Yeah, that's the king. If he dies, that's awful. Well, it is the Angevin Empire, so defend Aquitaine. Can we get another province governor? Any loyal people? Come on, these guys are not loyal. That's bad if we have disloyal people everywhere. Forget it. No provincial governor. I hate having to skip that. We need loyal people, dagnabbit. I don't want a civil war while we're fighting France. That's not ideal. And the French army gets closer to Bordeaux in this turn. Now, the Holy Roman Empire is fighting Denmark. Enter war on the side of ally. I hope Denmark does not try to invade England while we're busy with France, but we'll see. I hope we can take Normandy, then force the French into a peace agreement, and so we can turn around and maybe deal with Denmark, possibly. That could work, I don't know. But that's just a plan I have in my mind right now. Wavering loyalty, that is an issue, yes. This army is going to move in. And this city is under siege. We have all these troops moving in, prepare for battle. I am going to do this as a manual battle, even though we have auto-resolve. We could win very fast, but I do want to show you a battle. And I'm going to skip past the loading screen, and I'll see you on the battlefield. We are on the battle map now, and we have a chance to change the weather conditions. Maybe currently it's foggy, and visibility would be nice, so let's wait. And it's dry now, and that's good, because no adverse effects. Go away, advisor. And here we have our siege equipment. We have tons of towers and a couple battering rams. We only really need 1 battering ram, so let's move that one slightly over to the left. And these siege towers, well, ladders will go over to the left, and we'll have 2 towers on the right. Everything else we're probably going to just dismount, well, ungear, what is it? Drop the siege equipment, that's what we'll do. Everything else, we'll just do that. And so we're going to have these 2 siege towers, 2 siege ladders go over to the left, the ram go to this gate in the middle, and 2 siege ladders go in on the right. And so they're going to, actually, yeah, I need to set these guys, forget it actually, they're going to just go in. I got to take the gate, and these billmen are going to go forward, take that wall. And we have some knights on some ladders. That's good. They're going to be our tough troops. And they're going to go in and try and make a bridgehead at that fort wall up there. And these sergeants are going to go in with those knights and put their ladders here. And so we'll have that on the right. And we have the 2 towers, ladders on the left. I keep saying towers. And this battering ram is going to be manned by some longbowmen. They're not going to be very good. I mean, they're going to be taking a lot of damage is what I mean. Longbowmen are good, they just don't have much armor on them. And we're going to keep the rest of these troops in as a reserve, away from enemy fire. So when these troops need backup, we can send it in at a moment's notice. And we do have some allies arriving. This is the allied army. Well, it's our second army. And they're going to go and rendezvous with our military force, with our main sieging army. And this army is mostly billmen, and we do have some knights. These are shock troops, and they'll basically function as our reserve as they got to march and meet up with the main army that is currently taking part in the siege. These guys are basically our what would you call them? They're our last resort. We don't need to use this army if we don't need to. So they're just going to march and take a nice stroll and knock over some walls as they get over to our main position. They'll just be around. Moving. Alright. The siege ladders are approaching. Let's speed things up a little bit. Fast forward. Fast forward. And our troops, one troop in particular is taking a lot of damage. Some spearmen are being heavily focused on as they move forward to put up the ladders, which is, it is what it is. And our ladders have reached the walls. And those knights will start ascending. Let's hide the HUD to see that in action. There they go. Over the walls. And they're fighting, I think, sergeants. They'll be up there very soon. And it's begun. The melee on the walls. On the fort wall. They have more armor, and I think they have better weapons. I could be wrong, though, about that, to beat these sergeants. And that should give them an advantage. And these other sergeants will be setting up over here. Our sergeants and our spearmen and billmen have made it over the walls, and they're going to fight some levies. We're going to start sending in our reserves now that we have in the back here, these infantry reserves. And we're going to send one unit to each part of the wall. And they're going to have fun with that. There's some cavalry. Let's fight them. There they go. These guys are going to go in. Those spearmen are not having a fun time. I think that their spearmen may be slightly better than our spearmen. I'm not sure, though. Yeah, they broke. They're running away. That did not go well for them. Let's just reinforce this group then. And our battering ram has reached the enemy gate. Where's it? It's already open. That's awkward. Okay, well, the ram will be there regardless. And some French cavalry is charging into our knights. But they don't really have the advantage here because it's not like they can have a huge amount of space to wind up their charge and do tons of damage in that way. So they're just going to fight in the melee with heavy armor, but they have no momentum. And that's the status of that particular part of the battle. Enemy cavalry. I think like their bodyguard, their general is in there somewhere, maybe. But here comes the reinforcements. Let's move forward some archers, and they'll do some damage. These longbowmen, they're longbowmen. And they can fire on this French heavy shot cavalry. And these reserves are slowly marching forward, as they should be, and they'll just be moving in from their position. We still be fresh reserves if we have to use them. I don't have to destroy two armies here. The battle is going on still. I mean, yeah, it's no surprise. And here comes those reserves. They're probably going to go in and take out these archers over here. One unit is, at least. We'll have the billmen do that. These sergeants are going to probably fight this group of enemy troops over here. Where these billmen are fighting at. So, at least to have backup. The main fight is over here, though. At least we have reinforcements coming in over the walls, and our longbowmen are in position. They're starting to fire arrows momentarily. I'm not sure if they're doing much damage, but they're there as support. It's just a huge glob of soldiers all around. There's Frenchmen and Englishmen just fighting, and it's a real struggle for us to get out of here. Archers. They're not taking no damage from any towers, so that's good. And one of our units is threatening to waver. They're wavering, so let's move our general's bodyguard in to try and rally the troops, if possible. No, they broke, I think. But yeah, let's move our king's bodyguard in, and they will try to be of use. Not sure how much use they will be, but they'll be there. The cavalry is moving. The enemy shot cavalry, and one of our units are retreating, which is bad, but what can you do? And one of their archer units are retreating. Our fight on the wall continues. Our ram is gone. They destroyed our siege equipment, but they also lost their gate. And so we'll start moving in cavalry. This huge group here, let's group them up, if possible. Where's that button? Formations, group up. Selection group, and go in. Take them out. We have, what do we have in that group? Move the king back here. And we have in this group, this cavalry group, we have English knights and mounted sergeants who are lighter cab, but we have them. And they're going to be rushing in toward the gate now that it is open and easy for us to come into. And the king's bodyguard is moving through these mounted sergeants. And there they go, down the knights. They're just going to smash through anything in their way. If there is anything in their way, it's not going to end well for them. There are some French troops. Here comes our cav. Yeah, no surprise there. That didn't go very well for the French, who were stuck at the gate. They're cheering. Yes, huzzah. We're taking the gate. Let's move these billmen in to fight these archers. We've cleared out the left side. The right side is also faltering for the enemy. They're routing. Let's capture some watchtowers. That would be a good idea, I think. What is this? This is a capture point. Yeah, they're breaking. I don't know how they morale for this. Let's move this group in. There's just going to be a wrecking ball. We're just going to use them to run down anything we see. Those French troops are routing, but we're not going to let them go. Send them into the levies over here, the Oberster levies. They're crossbowmen, I think. But they're going to be fighting horsemen very soon, unless they move out of the way. Here's the cavalry. Is that our cavalry? Yeah. They're going to just run them down. Yeah, they don't stand a chance. They're just being beat up. There's the cavalry arriving on the right, past this tower. See them in action here. Yeah, they're just crushing those levies. We're taking everything now. We have completely broken through at this point. There's still a unit of archers left, but they're just an afterthought. What else can we do? What can we take? Oh, there's the general's bodyguard, Philip. Yeah, that was just a unit of shock knights they had. That wasn't their general's troop. It would have said his name. I feel stupid for that. But let's just move in these units. We're taking the gates anyway. See what else we can do. Start trying to attack him. This point is being captured. There is some barricades on our way, but don't worry, we'll destroy those without any issues soon. The enemy's tower has been destroyed. We'll start destroying barricades now. Oh goodness, those guys are taking more casualties than I thought they would, but whatever. What is firing? What is that? That's a bastion catapult. It's not really doing anything. They're just sort of looking out at the sea. But it's there. Let's move these guys back. And those knights are going to break through this barricade. Yeah, it's going to go down without any issues, fortunately. Where's these guys at? They're going to move up here, up this hill, and then into this courtyard eventually. How are they going to get up there? Let me think of this. So they're going to go up this hill. Then they'll go to this tower. We'll send them to take this tower area. What is this? This watchtower, yeah. And then they'll get up to that main courtyard somehow. Goodness gracious, those levies are still alive. Let's move in these spearmen to attack this barricade. Let's move in our general to the gate we captured. And move up these archers. Move up all the archers. And start firing at this general's unit. I guess they'll get up. Yeah, they'll go up this way, this other hill. Longbowmen are going forward. That watchtower is falling. This area, at least. And then after this place falls, we're going to push up and take out this unit here. It's like their last troop left, their last unit. Speed things up a little bit. That barricade is taking a millennia to knock over. There it goes. Let's go fight the general now. Let's go. Oh, we're going to have 5 units fight the general, plus we have some longbowmen acting in support. And here comes the general's unit. Felipe, his bodyguard are being hit by archers now. All of our longbowmen are being put to use. There come the knights. Cavalry's not really being used too well, but they have armor, but they can't really charge. They're just stuck fighting spearmen and knights now. It's only a matter of time until we have victory. The rest of the French army at Rouen has been completely destroyed, and it's only really these guys left. So they're going to make the last stand and take damage from melee and from all this ranged fire we have going on, which is good for us. Let's speed things up. Fast forward. Do that. They're going to die eventually. Slowly but surely. Let's move the general in, just in case. Actually, there we go. Battle is over. It's done. Decisive victory. And I am going to skip ahead past the loading screen, and I'll see you once again on the campaign map. The enemy garrison has been completely annihilated in our decisive victory. Now I gotta choose what we're gonna do with the settlement. What can we do? Province instability. Let's choose to occupy it, because we need unit replenishment. And so our English forces, our armies have a foothold an even bigger foothold in France. We also have Bordeaux, which, speaking of Bordeaux, they're under threat from attack themselves from the French down here. But besides that, I'm going to end part 1 here. Check out the mod in the description below, and I'll see y'all later.